Hobbymaker are live from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. every day on Sky Channel 670,
Freesat Channel 807
and Freeview Channel 73. You can also watch on YouTube via some smart TVs, your computer and phone. Good morning, everybody. Hello. Hope you're well. Welcome. What day of the week is it today, guys? A Wednesday. Thank you. I'm all over the place. I haven't got a clue what day of the week it is, what time of the day it is. Great to have your company, and welcome to Wake Up to Hobbymaker with you through until 8 o'clock this morning. Then, of course, the guys at Sewing Street and Jewellery Maker take over as normal. We've got a lovely couple of hours to start your day today, and we're going to kind of gently ease you into probably what's been the coldest morning of the year so far. We all had to defrost our cars before we left this morning. So if you're going out a bit later on, make sure you take your scraper with you or put your fan on your car on or whatever. But stay with us if you can, at least until 8 o'clock, because we've got some cracking shows. The lovely Jamie is here. He's going to be here with Creative Expressions in about an hour's time at 7 o'clock. And we've got some of Jamie's favourite items from some of the favourite designers coming up for an hour at 7. So that's going to be great. Now, I wasn't in yesterday, but I know Sarah, the lovely Sarah and Sherilyn were here with a takeover. And well, what we've got for you this morning is what we still have some stock of, and we don't have masses of any of it because the deals yesterday were absolutely crazy, absolutely crazy. Amazing offers, amazing savings, amazing Crafters Companion products. Now, if you want to get involved in the morning, it's always a little bit kind of more relaxed in the morning, which is lovely. So if you want to get in touch and say hello, tell us what you're having for breakfast, tell us what you're buying, or maybe what you bought yesterday, what you're buying today. You can email via the website, which is hobbymaker.co.uk. You can go there and there's a little section that says contact the studio. That's a message that you can send straight through to Alex, who's next door, and he can put it on the screen. We can show it to you on the website, actually. So if you go to hobbymaker.co.uk and then click on Watch Now, you'll see it says, there we go, above TV guide, it says send message. So you can send a message in there up to about 150 characters, something like that, and it comes straight through to us and Alex can put it on the screen for you. Also, you can send us an email, which is studio@hobbymaker.co.uk. There we are, look. Brrr, very cold. Yeah, thank you, Alex. Brilliant. Let me show you the team this morning. Let me introduce you. In the gallery next door, just over there, we've got Ollie and we've got Alex. Morning, guys. Ollie's director, Alex is producing, and we've got Finn on camera too in the studio. Hello, Finn. And we've got Kinga somewhere as well. Kinga's around here too. So that's your team on Hobbymaker this morning. Hello, there she is. Hi, Kinga. There she is. Fabulous. Right, now, if you want to have a look, is everything on the website, Alex, for this show? It's all on pre-order. Okay, good. So every deal we've got for you in this show, which is basically a flashback and a rewind to yesterday's Crafters Companion takeover, is on the website for you. So if you can't spend the next couple of hours with us, we understand. Have a little look at the website and you'll see all the items that are there, and the deals are just amazing. Before Christmas, a takeover from Crafters Companion before Christmas is always a good thing. Now, let me show you certainly one of my highlights of any Crafters Companion takeover. This is fantastic. I mean, okay, is it sad to get excited about storage? No. You can never have too much storage, okay? Now this actually, the story behind this is really cool. Sarah's husband actually came up with the idea for these, Simon. He's a great guy, many times. These are incredible storage solutions, because normally when you buy a storage box, it's got compartments in it and the compartments are fixed, and you know you have to put a certain size of something in that compartment for it to fit. The beauty of this excuse me, is that all of these compartments are adjustable. You can take all the dividers out completely if you want to, just have a completely empty box to put all your fabrics in, papers in, cardstock, whatever it might be. But then when you want to put maybe your pots of embossing powders, or your little bottles of drops, or your heat gun, or your pens, or your pencils, or your paintbrushes, or whatever, you can move the compartments to whatever length, width, and size you want. They're really clever. Let me just show you. I'll open up one. Excuse me. Let me just open up one and show you inside it. Look, actually, let me bring it into the middle. That's a little bit better, and you can see it easier. So these compartments, these little sliders, look, you can move. You can move these, you can move these, you can move these to whatever you want. So if you've got like lots of little packets of sequins or beads or whatever it might be, move that up there. You can put something completely different next to it. And very importantly, the dividers go right to the top of the box. So when you put the lid on and you close it, there's no gap. So if you accidentally, I don't know, tip something up or something falls over, you know, whatever's in there is going to stay in there. It's not going to move to the next one or move down there at all. So they are very, very clever and they're bespoke. And Simon, Sarah's husband, came up with the concept. So they're made incredibly strongly, but they've got the flexible plastic. It's not the brittle plastic that feels like it can shatter. You know the sort of plastic I mean. This has got flexibility, but it's also got real strength. The circles on the bottom aren't there because they're pretty. They're there because it actually reinforces the base. So when you put heavy things in there, it's going to be very, very strong, very, very sturdy. Now the other thing is, if I just get the others, look, the base of one fits into the lid of the other. So it's like you're building a tower. And you could put maybe 6, maybe even 9 on top of each other in the corner of your craft room. You can see everything that's in it from the side view, from the front, from the top, from the back, from every angle. And it's just a brilliant storage solution. I mean, look at that. That's full of ribbon. You've got bottles of drops in there as well. HL 2072. Now, I'll be honest, until I came in this morning, I didn't know what we were going to have left after yesterday. I saw some of the prices. I saw a little bit of the show yesterday as well. I thought, I'm not going to have much left for the rewind. Now, we haven't got many of these, okay? We haven't got as many as we'd like anyway. We're into double figures, so less than 100 basically. HL 2072. The handles, by the way, actually kind of lock the lid as well, so easily transportable if you need to put them in the boot of the car, if you go maybe to, oh, actually, yeah, what a great idea. If you make your cards and you're thinking, okay, I've made them, I like them, I want to keep them in pristine condition, I want to keep them in good nick, how can I store them? How can I take them to my craft fair without getting ruined? Answer is, put all your finished cards in there. Everything's going to be protected from the wet weather, protected from the cold, protected from dust, protected from the kids, protected from the animals. HL 2072. Now, we've got a deal on these for you. How much are they normally each? Yeah, they're normally about £11.99 each, I think. Yeah, £36. They're normally £11.99 each, which is pretty good, I'd say. £11.99 for a storage solution that big is pretty good. The deal they did yesterday, we can repeat this morning. Are you ready for this? Starting your Wednesday morning with an absolute bargain. Maybe you didn't even realise that you needed these in your life, but you're seeing them and you're thinking, do you know what, I need a couple of these. $23.98. We're giving you one of them for nothing. Thank you, Simon, Sarah's husband. He came up with the invention. He came up with the idea. One of them is free if you buy them today. $23.98. Now, I know in previous shows I've done with these, when we've done this deal, lots of you bought 6. Quite a few of you bought 9 because they're really unobtrusive. They look good. They're practical. And everyone needs them. Whether you're a jewellery maker's coming up at 8 o'clock. Maybe you're a Sewing Street fan and you've got all your fabrics and all your needles and all your pins and all that sort of, all your different feet for your sewing machine. They can all go in there as well. If you've got all your beads, if you've got all your tools to make your jewellery, they can go in here. Your ink pads, your biscuits, exactly. You could have 2 for craft and 1 for nibbles and chocolates and biscuits and things like that. £23.98. You know, it's the sort of thing that when you see it, you kind of think, well, I didn't realise I needed it, but I think I do. Look, they all just stack on top of each other, so everything is really strong, is really rigid. It's a problem solver, it really is. And maybe you've just got that extra gift that you're thinking, I've got this and I've got that for someone in my life, but there's something missing. I need to get something else. What can I get? Hello, Marion. Morning to you. You're in. Louise in Greater Manchester's in as well. You're off and running this morning with some amazing bargains from Crafter's Companion. It's just really, really a cool solution, a storage solution. It could be that you don't craft at all. Maybe you've just stumbled on the channel by mistake and you're thinking, do you know what, that's great for my cake making bits and pieces. Whether you've got cutters and all that sort of thing. It's just perfect for absolutely everybody. Maybe it's just going to be an office organising solution. You've got your staplers, you've got your pens, all the bits and pieces that you haven't got a home for. Or maybe you've just got them all loose in a drawer and you can never find what you want. I'm a model maker, okay? So I've got lots of tiny little components, little screws, screwdrivers, tools, all that sort of thing. They can all go in here. You get all 3. And where do you know Where do you know where you can buy something of this sort of size and get it delivered for £3.95 postage? That is all you pay every single day, no matter how many orders you make with us at Hobbymaker. It's one P&P of £3.95. So if you order 30 of these, we'll deliver it for £3.95. A big truck will arrive, probably, with a massive thing in the back full of 30 of these organising boxes. But they're brilliant. I mean, maybe it's going to be for the kids' Lego, all the kids' building blocks and things like that. Oh, now Louise in Greater Manchester. Hello to you, Louise. Good morning. You've gone for 2. You've got 6 coming your way. Wise move, because you've got 2 free. Buy 6, get 2 for nothing. So that would be 40, that would just be under £48 for 6 of these fantastic storage solutions. I mean, look what we've got in here. In here we've got, and we have actually got some illustrator pens and things coming up from Crafter's Companion in the show this morning. But look at what we've got in there, and there's still plenty of space. We've got our heat gun in the middle, which is quite a long tool, so we don't need any dividers in there. That's a storage solution, problem solved. We've got our blending brushes and daubers. We've got our little pixie powders in there. We've got our embossing powders from Wow. We've got our low-tack tape. And our illustrator pens, look, that compartment has actually been made to be specifically the length of the illustrator pens. I mean, everything needs to be stored horizontal when it comes to pens that are double-ended, because otherwise the ink goes to one end. You don't want that. So keep them in a box like this. Everything's got its place. Sylvia's in County Durham. Hello, Sylvia. Marion has just checked out. Anne in Lanarkshire's coming in for these as well. Oh, got a message from Julie. Is it Julie in Dorset, I wonder? No, it's Julie in West Midlands. Hello, Julie. Good morning. Good morning, Dave and the Hobbymaker team. Missed yesterday's shows as I was working. Looking forward to today's shows and bargains as I'm off work today. Results. Because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's about 10 or 11 amazing deals from Crafter's Companion in this rewind show, okay? $23.98, you're only buying 2 because one of them is a free gift from Sarah's husband to you. Simon designed it, there you go. One of them is absolutely free and you get dividers with each of them, all right? Sylvia in County Durham, have you gone for 6? Has she? Yeah, Sylvia, you've gone for 6. Wow, that's the most I've seen. Crikey. So you've got 18. You've got 18 of these coming your way, Sylvia. Brilliant. Wow. I mean, obviously, you've got a craft room that's overflowing with all sorts, and you want to get organised and sorted. Maybe you've got loads of fabric all over the place. You can never find the pattern that you want. You can never find the colour that you want. You can never find the needle that you need for your sewing machine or the foot. You know it's there somewhere, but you're not sure where. Have one for sewing, one for cake making, one for jewellery making, one for card making, one for model making. Maybe you're going to organise the garden shed. Or maybe you've got a man cave. Maybe you've got like a workshop and things like that. Oh yeah, spices. Yeah, you can have spices in these. And you know, if you are going from craft fair to craft fair, place to place or whatever, these just make it simple. If you've got sack trucks or something like that, you could put a whole stack of maybe all 18 of them. All 18 of them could go on there, on that sack truck. HL 2072. Maybe you're into your model railways and that sort of thing, and you've got all of your components and your building scenes, building landscapes, that sort of thing. It's just a great way to organise yourself. Okay, enough on this for now. We'll come back to this a bit later on as we get more of an audience towards 7 o'clock in the morning, but there's lots more to show you. What should we go next, Alex? This bundle. Okay, let's have a look at this. I love this show because, you know, we just kind of go in. If there's something you want to see, if you've looked on the website and you thought, oh, that bundle looks good, just message in and we'll go to it because you're in control. You can steer the show, which is really nice. That's what I love about Hobbymaker. It's interactive. Now, this is the Crafter's Companion December Takeover Spectrum Noir goodie bag. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Now, okay, Alex, what's the value of this? This is 101.90 pence worth of value in this. It doesn't come in a crate. It will come in a box. It will come in an envelope or something like that. But just for display purposes, we popped it in here. £101 worth of value from Spectrum Noir and Crafter's Companion. Spectrum Noir basically is the ink and the pen division of Crafter's Companion, in case you haven't heard of that before. I'm sure you have, but in case you haven't. Right, let me show you. I'll do pens first. All of this is going to be in your box. We've got tri-blends. Now, tri-blends are genius absolute genius at work here, because every pen is made up of 3 different colours in the same colour family. Now these are slightly different in that they are actually colours that work together really, really well. So you've got an orange, a green and a cream. So you've basically got 9 different colours. These are alcohol pens, alcohol markers. You get 9 different colours to do your autumnal projects, okay? So all your kind of coppers and bronzes, golds, rusts and greens as well. So you get 3 pens, but 3 pens in each pen, so 9 colours in total. You're going to get these, which are your sparkle pens. Now these are brush pens, these are brilliant. So what you've actually got here, these are 3 clear ones. So in other words, you've got crystal clear 3 times. And what this does is, it's basically a clear solution that's got millions of tiny little glitter components in it. So if you've got a colour, if you've got a flat colour, let me just show you what I mean. I'll tell you what, I'll just get one of these out just so I can show you. Now they do come with a little protective waistband on them. If I just show you here, unscrew this, take off the little yellow waistband, and then screw it tight. You'll hear it click. Okay. Alex, my producer, said, I keep seeing these little yellow things on the floor and I wonder where they came from. They come from these pens. And all you have to do then is to basically squeeze it. If I just get a finished card here for a second. Anyway, if you just squeeze it, that sends the liquid through to the nib. There we are. Now, if I just go over this card here, I don't know who made this card, but sorry for kind of defacing it. But if I just go over and paint this clear, glittery liquid onto this card, you can be very accurate with it because it's a fine quality tip brush on the end of it. But can you see, when it dries completely I say completely clear. It dries with the glitter. So you can literally put glitter over the top on that little leaf. Let me do another one. I'll do the darker one. It'll probably show up a little bit better. So these are completely clear. So any colour that you've got, any colouring that you've done, basically you can then put a glitter covering over the top of it, and it's completely smooth. There you go. So you've got glitter on that leaf. You've got glitter on that leaf. So you get 3 of those in the set as well, because I better carry on because there's so much in this kit to show you. Okay, so you get 3 of the triple colour pens, 3 of the clear glitter brush pens. You get 4 of the illustrators. Now these are alcohol-based inks, and these are specifically for skin tones. So if you see here, you're getting these colours here. Now, skin tones are what most people struggle with to get right. Either the skin is too dark, or it's too pale, or it's too red. Here you've got the cream, you've got the portrait pink, you've got the tea rose, and you've got the rose blush. So they are alcohol markers from the Illustrator range of Spectrum Noir. You've then got your acrylic paints. Now these are paint markers. If you've got MDF, for example, MDF projects, these are great because this is actually a liquid paint, but in a pen form with a bullet nib. You've also got your outline markers as well, and you're going to get 6 of those in here. And you're also going to get your classiques. Now your classiques are, now remind me, are these alcohol or are they, these are water-based, the classiques, I think, yeah. Are they alcohol markers or are they? Oh, they are alcohol-based, beg your pardon. Yeah, alcohol-based. And these are your foliage colours. So for things like your leaves and your grasses, all of that, obviously if you look at a leaf or you look at a blade of grass, it's all numerous colours of green. So that's going to help you get your landscapes looking absolutely fantastic. So that's the first thing in the box. Then we've got a dauber with some spare blending pads. We've then got your water-based pencils. Now this is the essential collection. There's tons in this, absolutely tons in this. So round the back, you can see you've got all of these colours in these beautiful pencils. And again, think of this as like a paint palette. Every single pencil is a colour. It's basically pigment in a pencil. It's basically a palette in a pencil. So you can actually put the colour directly onto your watercolour card, or you can scrape it off with maybe the top of your craft knife and do all sorts of effects with it as well. You're getting that in there as well. And then you're also going to get, if you struggle with stamping, don't struggle anymore. You're going to get your rocker blocks. These have got a slight curve to them, so that when you're stamping, if I take these out, the idea is, hang on, the idea is you put your stamp on the rocker block. Can you see it's a slightly curved? There we are. So any of your stamps can go on there. And then you just basically, rather than boom, straight down, you just rock it like that from side to side. And you get all different sides or sizes of the rocker block included. You've got your rectangular, you've got your square, so you get 1, 2, 3, 4 rocker blocks in there. Okay, now this is valued at over £101. Anyone that's a colourist, LS 2089. Anyone that loves colouring, whether they be young, old or in between, this is giving you a bit of everything. You've got your watercolour with the pencils, you've got your alcohol, you've got your paint-based pens in there as well. And you've got your clear sparkle brushes. Now we are down, I've just been told actually, oh this is bad news, we're down to less than double figures. We've got literally single figure stock of this bundle. What a bundle this is. We've got a minute on the clock and then we're going to drop that price. Now maybe you, like me, I wasn't in yesterday, I was somewhere else, I couldn't watch, I was busy somewhere else, so I missed the shows. I caught a little bit of it on repeat this morning. But maybe like me, you were working somewhere else or away from the TV yesterday and you missed the takeover. This is your final opportunity to get this bundle, not at £100, not at £101.90 or whatever it should be. Now I can't remember, I did look at the price earlier on, but I can't remember where this is going to go, but it's going to absolutely shock you. In a good way. 15 seconds to go. Where do you think that's going to go? 80 quid? 75? Down from 101? 25% off? That'd be all right, wouldn't it? 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Where are we going with this? If you want to split this bundle up, it's been put together by Crafter's Companion, but you can split it up if you want to. Separate presents, it's entirely up to you. £39.99. Trevor, hello. Penny, hello. Louise in Oxfordshire. That's 3 of you in already, and we've got less than double figures. Do the maths. £101.90's worth for £39.99. I mean, those pencils are worth about 20 quid. They really are. I'd pay that easily for the pencils. The sparkle brushes, I think they're about 11 or 12 pounds normally, the 3 overlay sparkle brushes. £39.99 and it's yours, the whole thing. It won't come in a crate, it will come boxed or packaged, but it won't come in a crate, it's just so that we can show it to you easier. £39.99, good luck, come in, get it, put it in your basket, check out. Should we do another one? Okay, get my tea out of the way. Let's do another goodie bag. Now, maybe colouring's not your thing. All right, you're not interested in that, fair enough. But I reckon you'll be interested in what's here next. Now, this should be £106 if you were to buy it all separately, okay? Now, to start with, let's start small. Let's start with something that doesn't cost you much money anyway, but you're going to get it in here. Stamens for the centre of your flowers. 400 stamens in here. They're going to be classic white, but if you've got your alcohol pens, you can colour them whatever colour you want, okay? So, you get the stamens. You're going to get your leaves. Oh, I see where this is going. This is going florals and foliage. Now, these dies, 5 dies in there, will cut out your leaves, whether it be cardstock, whether it be fabric, whether it be foam. Funny you should say about foam. We've got the foam. The flower-forming foam. And, of course, great to use with your leaf dies. So you can make your leaves all these different shades of green. So how many do you get in there? You get 7 sheets of flower-forming foam, or foliage-forming foam, easy for me to say. 9 by 12 inches. That is in there as well. So you get 7 sheets of that to go with your leaf dies. Very nice. Then we've got double-sided foam on a roll. Everyone needs it. Great for your shaker cards. Great to kind of give yourself layers, your mats and layers, give them about a 2 mil height or 3 mil height. That's in there. You don't get that normally in bundles. We've also got this. Now this die is a pop-up. This die will cut out the Bethlehem star and the Bethlehem scene, but what it also does is it scores there, there, and there. So in other words, when you put that in the middle of your card along the centre spine, it folds down and pops up when it opens up. So you've then got your Bethlehem star there as well. That's a pop-up die, all included. We've then got this. Now this is a lovely selection of butterfly stamps. The butterfly stamps are in there. So you've got the circle of your butterflies. You've got a lovely verse and sentiment there as well. Best wishes is in there. You've got separate single butterflies if you wanted to decoupage them and put them on top of the circle, and the big butterfly in the middle. So you get 10 stamps in there. You're then going to get a couple of dies. You've got, actually more than that, you've got, oh no, there's 2 dies. You've got your rainbow, your sun, your snowflake, and your cloud, okay? So those dies are in there as well. You then got this. Now this is really cool because this is actually a tag, or it could be a card. It's a tree, which you can make into a Christmas tree, or it could be an everyday tree, doesn't have to be Christmas, but the top of it slides out. So you've actually got a little concealed message inside it. So that could be place names on the Christmas table. You could put them on crackers if you wanted to. We'll get this to you well in time to kind of use them this Christmas, but also just a lovely little way of sending a little secret message to someone. So that's that. And there's more. We've then got this selection of stamps. Now here you've got, if I turn it around, you can see it a little bit better. You've got that lovely kind of crackled effect background, a poinsettia, snowflake, a corner flourish, and that beautiful flower and foliage. How cool is that? I mean, that's all year round. Okay, that's Christmas, but that is completely all year round. So that's that one. Now this is genius, because this is actually an embossing folder, but it's a cut and emboss folder. So this will emboss the door, the brickwork, but then the die inside it cuts out the door. How cool is that? So you could open the door and look into an inside scene. It could be a roaring log fire, anything along those lines. That's in there as well. And one more thing. You're going to get some blending doorbells as well, the rectangular ones. All of this in the bundle should be 100, what was it, 109? Just over £106. £106 worth of fantastic Crafters Companion goodies. All the guys at Crafters Companion HQ work very, very hard to put these bundles together and to give you the most incredible reductions. Whether you're splitting them, whether you're using them and just having them for yourself as a big bundle, that's entirely up to you. ZI 2052. ZI 2052. In 1 minute, we're going to reveal the price. All of this, over £100 worth, £106 worth, is coming your way. You've got your foliage, you've got your flower-forming foam, you've got your stamens, you've got your blending tools, you've got your dies, you've got your stamps, you've got your cut and emboss folder as well. 40 seconds. Just over half a minute. Now, we are going to do something pretty spectacular. Bearing in mind it's £106 worth. And these are, not end of line or anything like that. These are all standalone, great products from Crafters Companion. We are going to slice not 10%, not 20%, not 30%. May we go 40% off? What would that be? About 70, 65, 70? 3, 2, 1. We are going to drop it. We were going to take half the price off. We are dropping it to under £30. Oh my heavens. £29.99 for all of this. Worth over 106. £29.99. This is ridiculous. I mean, you'd pay £15 for that die, if not 20, for a pop-up nativity scene die that you'll use year after year after year. That's got to be £10 worth, that die. So's that. Oh, wow. £29.99 for all that you see here. There's literally a handful of these fantastic goodie bags remaining from the takeover of Crafters Companion yesterday. I mean, you'd pay easily £15 for all those stamps. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's about 10 stamps in there. And what would you pay for a cut and embossed die like this? Embossing folder with a die in the middle of it, that's got to be £15. £29.99 for the lot. Absolutely crazy value for money. We're nearly at 6:30. People's alarms go off at different times of the morning. 6 o'clock, 6:15, 6:30. If you're just waking up, make sure you bag these bargains. Loads of you coming through. All right, let's whiz through the next ones. Should we do the penny sliders? Let's do the penny sliders. They're over here. Oh, okay. Now, a penny slider, if you've never seen a penny slider before, basically, You use a couple of 1p pieces, or it's one 1p piece, and a foam pad. And that will allow you then to create a movable object on your card, okay? Now you've got 4 packs of penny slider dies and stamps here. So $39.96, so they're $9.99 each. So the idea is you've got a die that cuts out an aperture. You've got a stamp that stamps the rainbow. And you've also got a couple of dies there for decoration as well, for the sun. So basically, yeah, you've got the sun stamp, the die to cut it out. You've got the little love hearts, you've got the little verses as well there as well, and you've got the die that says rainbow. But you can put a 1 penny piece with a double-sided foam pad, and the 1p piece goes behind the aperture where you've cut the aperture, and then it spins. So the actual sun will spin in the rainbow. How cool is that? So $9.99's worth for the rainbow and the sun. You've then got the spinning chimpanzee. That's one of my favourite ones. He's on his hammock in between the palm trees. He spins from left to right. All it costs you is a penny to make your penny slider cards. People love these. They will fly if you're selling them. You've then got your love heart with a butterfly. Look at that. So again, the butterfly just spins around the love heart because the die will cut out the aperture. You put the penny behind it, put a foam pad on it, and it will just spin effortlessly. And lastly, you've got your little ship. So you've got the stamps to make the scene, the waves, the boats, wishing you smooth sailing, have a great trip, sail away with me, all of those stamps and all of those dies. So you've got basically $9.99 for each of them is an amazing price anyway, and they've always been bestsellers. You're going to get all 4 of these. Are they going to be 4 separate presents, or are you going to keep all 4 for yourself? Let's get that price on. QV 2078 for penny sliders. So much fun. They are brilliant. They really are. Okay, what can we do today? Take over. £3.50 more than what you should be paying for one of them. You get all of them for £13.49. That is incredible. Can we do the maths on that? That's about £3.40 each? 4, yeah. 13.49 divided by 4, it's about £3.40 something, I think. That is amazing value. And if you've never made penny sliders before, $3.37, 3p away, there we are. £3.37 for a set of stamp and dies. That's what you've got here. And penny sliders, if you sell your cards, everyone loves them. Just make sure you kind of pick them up and spin them so people can see what happens. And you'll have fun colouring them in with the Spectrum Wire pens that we've had on the show already today. All 4 sets for $13.49, QV 2078. If you're just waking up, stay in bed, put the telly on, have a cup of tea. It's cold out there, it's frosty. It will take you a bit of time to defrost your car this morning like we all found. Make sure you get these bargains. We will get you this delivered to your door in the next few days. Just order it today, QV2078. Maybe it's the first thing you've ever ordered from us at Hobbymaker. Brilliant if it is. Just call us on the free phone number 0800 001 4433. The call centre guys are brilliant, family-run call centre in this building in the UK, and they will make sure that your account is up and running and you can have this as your first ever purchase. Hello, Ruth. Hello, Gillian. You're in this morning, bagging this bargain. All 4, working out $3.37 per die and stamp set. That is ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Now, another one I want to show you, we've only got half an hour left, so I want to kind of whiz through as many of these bargains as I can. Another one that I want to show you is just over here, if I can reach. Now, these aren't penny sliders, these are hanging ornamental globes. So, we've got 5 dies in this one, and the dies literally cut out the globe, cut out the stand, and cut out the butterfly. But the idea is with invisible wire or a little bit of cotton or something like that, it doesn't have to be invisible wire, you can hang and suspend your butterfly in the middle. So this is an ornament as well as a card. And you get 5 dies in each one. Should be $49.96 and you get 4 of them. So we're looking at, $11.99 each, I think it might be, something like that. So there's your butterfly. You've then got this one, which is giving you other apertures or other decorative details that you can put in the globe in actual fact. So you've got here your martini glass, you've got your flower, all of those can actually be suspended in the globe if you don't want the butterfly. Then the next one that you've got is this one, which is the heart. So you get basically the 2 bases, the circle and the heart with the stand, and then you've got the heart that goes in the center of it. But then if you don't want the heart in the middle of it, you can put any of these in there. You've got a wrapped up present. You've got small hearts. You've got a cupcake. So all these elements, you get 2 sets of element dies, so they can be suspended in the middle of your aperture, the globe or the heart, and you choose, and then you get the 2 bases, which is the heart and the globe, for $49.96. It's a takeover. It was all afternoon yesterday, but we are not going to ask you for $49.96. Where is that price going to go? Let's get that price down. $49.96 for 4 of those die sets is a brilliant price. FX, $20.49. Look at where it's going to go. All 4, remember the 2 base dies, the globe and the heart, and then all the other embellishments too. You can put a little, look at that, under 20 quid. $19.99 for the lot. And there are in total 22, 29, 34 dies for $19.99. That's about 60 pence a die. Wow. And they're ornamental. And they'll look lovely on your stand if you're selling your cars. They look wonderful in window boxes. They look great on window sills. And you know, these are cards and these are ornaments that never need to be put away. Normally when you have a card for a birthday or an anniversary or something, you receive it, you keep it up for a week, you put it in a drawer or whatever. But these are just lovely ornaments to have out. So you get the lot, all 4 sets, for $19.99, a £5 each pack. Isn't that brilliant? I mean, if you're doing maybe a Christmas fair in the next week or so, I know a lot of Christmas fairs have been and gone already, but I mean, these are all year round dies. They really are. Absolutely all year round. I mean, look at, well, you'd easily pay more than that $19.99 for all these element dies here, the flowers, the martini glass, the little sweet, the balloons, the cupcakes, the wrapped up present. All of those have been manufactured so that they will fit inside these 2 bases, the heart and the globe. £19.99, you get the lot. Now, can I ask you a question? Have you got a Gemini? Have you got a Gemini machine? Have you got a Gemini MIDI? Have you got a Gemini A4? I know thousands of you have. I just want to bring in this if I can, because this is something that we don't get to bring you very often. Have you heard about the double-sided dies that Crafter's Companion produce? Now, these are your double-sided dies. It's got edgeables in it, yeah. Now, this is coming with the plates that you need to use with your either Gemini MIDI or your Gemini full-size A4 machine that allow you to use the double-sided dies. Without these plates, you can't use them. So this bundle is going to be a game changer if you've got a Gemini machine. Now, this one is the double-sided dies. The double-sided die set that we got for you. Okay, so these are the plates that if you've got a Gemini machine, you may not have got at the moment, because without these, you can't use your double-sided dies, okay? So you've got 2 double-sided cutting plates in there. You've got a couple of pokey tools in there as well. But then, here come the game changers. These are the double-sided dies. Now, what these do is they cut out on the front, they cut out on the back, and the effect that you create with them is nothing short of brilliant. If I show you here, on the boards, look, it cuts out there, it cuts out there. So the idea is that you layer that over the top of that to create that 3-dimensional effect. So that's your first double-sided die. The other double-sided die we've got in here is this one, which is your floral. And this is the effect. So put 2 pieces of cardstock through in whichever colours you want. Put your double-sided plates through your machine as well. And remember, the Gemini machine, if you've got the A4, those plates can go in sideways. So they take about 9 seconds rather than 18 to go through your machine. Or you can use them frontways through your MIDI machine. But you get that cutaway. You get that cutaway because they cut both at the same time, top and bottom. Overlay it, and you end up with that effect. Isn't that brilliant? So this really, if you've got a Gemini machine already, is going to allow you to enjoy the double-sided die techniques. You're also going to get sheets of Centura Pearl in baby pink. And you get, how many sheets is that? 10 sheets of Centura Pearl in baby pink. You're going to get 10 sheets of Centura Pearl in deep purple as well. So you get that too. Should be £48 £2,994. So if you've never tried double-sided dies before, you can look for more double-sided dies coming from Gemini and Crafter's Companion going forward, because you've now got the plates to go in your Gemini machine and a couple of double-sided dies to get started, and you could be making cards like this with those fantastic fairy lights. How cool is that? And on here, again, you've got that double-sided technology. One pass through the machine cuts out both the background and the foreground with your butterflies. $48.94? No. That's what it should be. HB 2063 on this Wednesday chilly morning. We're giving you what we have remaining of the takeover deals, $29.99. Now, I don't know how much these plates normally would be, but they would be in the region, I would imagine, of about £15, maybe even £19. To get the whole lot, and this is a game changer, to get more out of your Gemini machine, whether it's the MIDI, whether it's the big A4, you get the lot. The plates, the double-sided dies. If I just take one out so you can see what I mean. There we go, look. So you've got a cutting edge on both sides. Crafter's Companion invented this. How cool is that? So you've got the outline and you've got the background. You've got the background and the overlay all in one pass through the machine. Obviously the die plates come with full instructions, how to use them, the plate formation and everything else. You get the lot there for under 30 quid. £29.99, HB 2063 is the product code on that one. Now we've got 4 more goodie bags to come. We better fly through them because we've only got, what, 15, 20 minutes left. I tell you what, can we do learn to flower form? Now, this particular bundle is great. They're all great. We've got your stamens for your flowers. Now, this is all about making flowers literally from foam, flower forming foam. You've got all your different colour stamens. You've got your blue, your pink, your green, so they're included. Then we come on to the dies that are going to work their magic. Look at this. You get the dies that will cut through the flower forming foam to make these beautiful, beautiful flowers. I'm not very well up on my flower names, so bear with me. This one's called, oh, it doesn't give a name. Oh, clover, clover, there we go. So that's what they'll look like. Once you put them through your machine, it die cuts it. And then, of course, you can use your ball tools and so on to shape it, put the stamens through the centre. So you get very realistic looking clovers. You've then got this one, which is your precious peonies. Now look at these. How gorgeous are these? Those are the dies you're going to get in this set. 8 of them, all different sizes. And the flower forming foam is coming up as well. So you get those. And then you get the foam itself from the Bell Countryside collection. So this is 12 sheets of flower forming foam. You're also going to get, for your foliage, 7 sheets in different colours of green. So you are sorted to make your own peonies, to make your own clovers, to make your own flowers. $44.95 is the price you should pay. And these, I know some of these have been squashed in transit a little bit, but this is the foam. You can actually use a warm iron also to kind of shape these. Just kind of tap them on the iron. Don't leave them on there for any length of time. Just literally tap them on the sole plate of a warm iron and they kind of curl up a little bit. But you can use your ball tools, of course, as well. But look at this. Those are the dies you're going to get, or some of them. So you can use your green foliage dies or your green flower forming foam to make your leaves. And you've got, of course, the dies to kind of cut out the petals to make these very realistic looking flowers. And you can also, of course, use not just the foam, you can use cardstock as well if you want to. So when your foam runs out, if you're thinking, oh, I need to make some flowers, you can still use cardstock you've got at home as well. So all this bundle, $44.95 is what it should be to make your own wonderful flowers at home. It's fun to do, it's very cost effective. Let's get that price down. Where are we going to go with this today? Remember, any order you want, it's a free phone number to our call centre here in the building in the UK, just outside of Birmingham, or you can order on our website as well at hobbymaker.co.uk. $29.99 for everything. All those dies, all that foam, the stamens, everything you need to make realistic looking flowers, it's yours today for a great price, £29.99. VO 2076. Now, we are doing a little bit of a competition as well, not competition, it's a little bit of fun really. Your crafty anagram. We do this in the morning sometimes, so have a little look at this. We'll show you the anagram in a second. And okay. Okay, so email in your answers to studio@hobbymaker.co.uk to win a £25 credit on your Hobbymaker accounts. So we're going to answer the winner at the end of the show. Before 9 o'clock. Before 7. Okay, you got 10 minutes to get your anagram in. Okay, so the anagram you have to work out. So it's a crafting product. Work out the anagram, damp sofa, okay? What on earth could that anagram be? You've got literally, sorry it's a bit late, you've got about 10 minutes to get this in, okay? So damp sofa, what does that make? It's a crafting product that we all know, we all probably use. Get it in and one person will win a £25 credit on their account before 7 o'clock. So you've got about 5-6 minutes to get your messages in, sorry. studio@hobbymaker.co.uk. Right, now, colouring. Should we do more colouring? Let's do more. Let me get the Learn Colouring bundle in. Okay. Look at this. Look at this. Now this is, again, another bundle that Crafters Companion have been putting together for us. Now this is actually alcohol blending pens, tri-blends. And this time you've actually got colours in the same colour family. So if you want to make something look kind of three-dimensional and domed and spherical, that sort of thing, then obviously work out where the light's coming from. You can do light and shade. So here you've actually got 6 different colourways, but you've got a light, a medium and a dark in each pen. So these are my favourite pens. They are just so cool. They make everything kind of dimensional and come to life. So you're getting those tri-blend pens in this bundle. You've got a stamp that you can, of course, try your colouring with as well. In the unicorn, your lovely unicorn stamp is included as well. We're even going to give you a Crafters Companion stamping platform. So all the hard work's taken out of stamping, all the trial and error is taken out of stamping. Just put your stamp on the platform and then just basically press it down. You get perfect results every time. You've then got your Nina Classic cardstock, perfect stamping card. You're going to get 16 sheets of that put in there as well. All of that can help you achieve looks like this. Look at that for quality of colouring. Isn't that brilliant? Colour in your unicorn with your tri-blend pens. So this is a really good place to start. If you've never used the tri-blends before, this particular collection is a great way to start because you get the stamp to colour it in. You've got other stamps at home, I'm sure you have as well. But this is a great introduction to colouring with the tri-blends. Alcohol-based pens, so again, the blending is absolutely flawless. And tri-blends are game changers. If I just open up the box, you can see you've got basically one pen, but in 3 sections. So there on the little collars, you can see on the pen, you can see where the dark end is, where the mid-turn is, and where the light end is. And basically, you just pull them apart, and you've got 3 different shades of that same colorway in one pen. So that's why these are so cool for your blending. £53.95 is the price it should be. For the pens, for the stamp, and for your Nina Classic cardstock, and the stamping platform. If you buy this today, though, we're going to give you a terrific deal. DM 2048. Think of these as 3 or 4 separate Christmas presents, or someone in the family said that they want to kind of take up crafting, take up colouring. Then this is £29.99. £29.99 for all of that. The tri-blend pens, the stamping platform, the stamp. And you also get an ink pad, which I haven't got here as well, but that will also be in the bundle too. If you want that, then it's DM2048. That's the product code for that particular one this morning. Less than £30. And don't forget that storage solution. We've still got that available in the show as well. 3 for 2. They are still proving very popular. Can I remind you of those quickly? Here they are, look. You're getting 3 of these boxes at an amazing price. Designed and thought up by Simon, who's Sarah's husband. And he works very much behind the scenes at Crafters Companion. And there are loads of you coming in for these. Remember, these have got movable sections inside here. Now, this one we filled up. It doesn't come full, obviously. They're all empty. But basically, we've loaded this with Illustrator pens. We've got low-tack tape. We've got a heat tool in there, blending sponges. But just kind of shows you how portable this is. Look, these compartments literally pull out. So you can take the length portions away, you can take the width portions away and make it bespoke to whatever you want to store. And each of these containers comes with the movable sections and compartments inside it. And they lock together. The handles for carrying actually act as the locks. They lock the lid in place. The base fits inside the top and they stack. Now they are normally $11.99 each. At the moment, with the takeover that we had yesterday, and this is a rewind back to some of the highlights of yesterday that's still available, you can have all three of these for the price of two. One of them is completely free. $23.98, delivered for £3.95 P&P, and that's 1 P&P for the whole day's orders. And we've got lovely Jamie coming up in a few minutes' time as well with some creative expressions goodies that you are not going to want to miss out on. But $23.98, whether you're a sewer, cake maker, hairdresser, card maker, whatever it may be, model maker, whether it's the kids' toys, beauticians, we've all got bits. We've all got bits that get put in drawers. We forgot we've got them. We can never find what you want when you need it. These are the answer. And you can even put your cardstock in there as well. If you take all the compartments out, if I just get something A4, think about all those pads that you've got. Let's just take all these compartments out. You just want to use the whole thing without any compartments, okay? All those come out like that. And then this is A4, the flower forming foam. Look, fits perfectly. So you can keep all your A4 cardstock in there as well in different categories, different brands, different colorways. This is such a great offer. It really is. I mean, $11.99 for each one is brilliant. And it's made from the supple but strong plastic. It's not brittle, and that's a big deal for me because I hate the brittle plastic. It just feels like it's going to shatter all the time. This is soft plastic, but I say soft, that's the wrong word to use. It's more malleable, it's not brittle, and it's strong. You've got a reinforced base on there as well. The whole thing, all three of them, £23.98. One of them is free. I know one person earlier on went for 6 sets. Maureen in Nottinghamshire's gone for 3. So Maureen in Nottinghamshire is going to get 9 of these. And you can actually probably stack all, provided your floor is even, you could probably stack 9 on top of each other because they all lock in. The base locks into the lid of the next one. So you can have lots of different things in there. And I love the fact that obviously you can label them if you want to as to what's in there, but you can see what's in there too from every angle. We've got our red liner tape, we've got building blocks, we've got all sorts of things in there, lots of space, but it's a bespoke storage solution because all those compartments, all those walls literally are removable, and yeah, you can tailor make it to whatever size you want, whether you're putting little pots of goodness in there from Cosmic Shimmer and all those things, or yeah, use it to organize all of your glitter pots, or your embossing powders. They can all go in there for $23.98. One of them is absolutely free of charge. Dorothy, hello Dorothy, you've got it in your basket at the moment. Gillian in Gloucestershire, Sheila in Staffordshire, brand new crafter in Bucks, you've got it in your basket as well. Louise in Greater Manchester has checked out with 2 of these, so you get 6 on the way. I mean, who would deliver that for $3.95? We will, absolutely we will. Have we got time for one more bundle? Okay, cool. Before Jamie takes over at 7 o'clock, let me get this last bundle in quickly. Now this one is another unbelievable deal. This one is your Learn Edgeables. Okay, so to start off with, you've got 2 water reactive dye-based ink pads. So you've got the Damson Wine and you've also got the Spa Blue. Those 2 ink pads. You've got your dye cleaning brush and pad, which is a godsend. It really is. It's going to save you so much time getting all the little paper bits out of your dyes. That's in there. To go with your ink pads, you've got a couple of blending daubers and spare pads as well. And then you get these edgeables. This says congratulations, and it gives you that lovely kind of wavy scalloped edge to the bottom of it. You've got this one, which is your beautiful daisy. So you've got your daisies that can be vertical or horizontal. Lovely edgeable on that one. You've then got your Centura Pearl cardstock in baby blue and also in cherry red. 10 sheets of baby blue, 10 sheets of cherry red. And just to show you, these are the edgeables. There's that lovely kind of daisy edgeable. Isn't that gorgeous? And it stays attached to the cardstock. So one side cuts out, the other side stays attached. And there you've got your congratulations edgeable there as well. Now the price on this should be £48.94. £48.94 for all of that. You can see where our prices are going. These make fantastic separate gifts, or just keep the bundle for yourself, or is the whole bundle going to be a gift? Here it comes, LT 2031, $29.99. Another amazing offer from Crafter's Companion this morning. LT 2031, it's everything you need for your blending with your ink pads, and it's water reactive as well. So what that basically means is that you can do all your fantastic kind of splatter effects with water and that sort of thing. Really useful for your backgrounds. Blending daubers, brush tool to clean out all your dyes, and the edgeable dyes and the Centura Pearl cardstock too. All of that for less than 30 quid, £29 and 99 pence is all this is. And if you want to see all of the bundles, if you're just waking up now, maybe the alarm's just gone off, we do rewind every single weekday morning between 6 and 7, okay? We look back at some of the highlights of the day before. And of course, yesterday was our Crafter's Companion takeover with Sarah and Debbie and Sherilyn as well. We still have some stock remaining, but not much. And before I go, have I got time? Yeah, okay. One more thing. Have I saved the best till last? Maybe. This is the ultimate colouring collection. This is the Artists Collection from Spectrum One. Now this is going to give you the best of both worlds because you've got alcohol markers, double-ended pens, and water-based. And you've got this amazing spectrum of colour. You've even got your fine liner pens down the bottom there as well for detail. And not only do you get the pens, you're also getting watercolour, printed cardstock to colour in, and classic cardstock to colour in with your alcohol-based pens. So your illustrators are your alcohol-based pens, and then the white aquas are your water-based pens, obviously. So you get those wonderful colouring projects, a colouring tip sheet included as well. But the most beautiful gift for someone, this comprehensive collection of colouring pens from Spectrum Noir. Wow. Any budding artist, any fashion guru or fashion designer, budding fashion designer that may be out there, aspiring or improving artists, this is a perfect bundle. Now, this should be £79.99, GM 2016. I can't remember where this is going to go, but I think I'm going to be shocked. I think you're going to be really delighted as well. You've got 8 colouring pages, you've got a how-to guide, and then you've got all of these amazing pens in different colourways, all for £49.99. And this is on split pay as well. So all you have to pay today is that first split payment of £24.99, and these alcohol and water-based colouring pens will be on their way. Now, if you're the winner of our little anagram competition that we did about 5 minutes ago, that's the first split pay paid for, because one person is going to get £25 account credit. And we had a massive response. We asked you, decipher the anagram for a well-known crafting product. And what was that name again? What was the word? Damp sofa. Okay. Now, what could that be? What product could that be? Should we do the answer now? Okay. Damp sofa. What was the answer? What was the answer? Foam pads. Everyone got it. And one winner has won it. And that's Catherine Walker. Catherine, thank you for taking part. You've got a £25 credit. That will be on your account, if not today, tomorrow. Congratulations. Sorry we left it to the last. We will be doing it earlier in the show in the future. We have an anagram. Do we do that every day? We do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday, don't we? Wednesday and Thursday, I think. Okay, there might be another anagram tomorrow. Another chance to win. Wednesday and Friday we do it. Wednesday and Friday. GM 2016, if you want your artist collection of your water-based and your alcohol-based pens, projects and tip sheet in there, it is under 50 quid. And all the items that we've had that are still available on the takeover, you can catch up now if you go to our website, which is hobbymaker.co.uk. Okay, time to do the Hobbymaker highlight in a couple of minutes. Jamie's here with some of his favourite products from the brilliant Creative Expressions.
Get ready to make the season brighter than ever and craft your Christmas live with Sarah. Join us for the most fabulous and festive night out as Sarah takes to the stage to show you how to turn your home into a winter wonderland. Cozy, bright and full of magic, Christmas is Sarah's favourite season, and she's got so many fantastic tips, money-saving tricks and creative ideas to bring your handmade Christmas to life. Find out how to reuse pieces from around the home and craft with your family to light up the festive season with joy and sparkle. From beautiful baubles and surprises to hang on the tree to the cutest cards for friends and family. Give a little more with your gift wrapping, craft keepsakes to cherish and make your Christmas table look extra special. We'll be touring 13 theatres up and down the UK from the 19th of November till the 11th of December. Tickets start from just £30 with VIP packages also available. You're all invited to craft your Christmas, so head over to Ticketmaster to book your seat today.
When you purchase anything on Hobbymaker, you have a 30-day money-back guarantee, meaning that you can shop with confidence. Happy shopping with Hobbymaker.
Are you having trouble finding the perfect gift? Then why not treat them to the new gift card from Hobbymaker at hobbymaker.co.uk. Simply scroll down to the bottom where it says gift cards, click and you'll be taken to the right place. Decide between posting the card or delivery by email, and then decide how much you want to add. You choose the value. So what do you get the crafter that's got everything? Why not treat yourself or them to the Hobbymaker gift card? Hobbymaker are live from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. every day on Sky Channel 670,
FreeSat Channel 807,
and Freeview Channel 73. You can also watch on YouTube via some smart TVs, your computer and phone.
Here at Hobbymaker, we want your shopping experience to be as simple as possible. That's why you can buy as many items as you like all day and only pay one postage and packaging fee. It doesn't matter what weight, size or quantity of your order or how many times you check out that day, you still will only be charged one P&P. Shopping made simple with Hobbymaker. Want to know what's going on in the next show? Then head over to our website. Click on the TV guide. This will tell you who's presenting, which guest we have joining us, along with what's going on in each hour. If you ever miss a show, you can catch up by clicking on the day you missed and then click Watch This Show. You can also view what product was on and if it's still available to buy. Catch up on Hobbymaker.
Hobbymaker are live from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. every day on Sky Channel 670
FreeSat Channel 807,
and Freeview Channel 73. You can also watch on YouTube via some smart TVs, your computer and phone. Hi everyone, good morning. Yes, it's just after 7 a.m. on this Wednesday. Hope you're well. Bit of a shock to the system this morning if you're going outside fairly soon, eh, Jamie?
It is it's a bit of a blast of a shock, that one, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yes.
You're probably going to have to scrape your car, defrost it. It's a chilly one out there this morning, so stay with us for as long as you can if that's all right. We're with you until 8 o'clock, then of course Sewing Street and Jewellery Maker take over until 1, then we're back again this afternoon. Now the Hobbymaker highlight, normally we just select one product, but we haven't done that today.
No, we've been a bit naughty, haven't we?
Been very naughty.
We've snuck you in quite a lot of goodies today.
Yes, this is
Quite a
actually billed as Jamie's favourites.
It is.
So the whole show, Jamie has selected, not just from Creative Expressions, but also from woodware. We've got Jane Gill stamps coming up, your favourite Cosmic Shimmer products of the moment. We've got some Sam Poole coming up as well. So you've kind of hand-selected all of these.
It's really difficult to do. We stock over 10,000 products at
Blimey.
Creative Expressions. We have a huge catalogue of products.
Wow.
So when we're sort of tasked with the idea of narrowing it down to our favourites, And we also, not only do we have all them products, we have the most talented designers. We've got so many incredible people to go and pick between and find your collection to bring with.
And they've got people like you that come along and demonstrate it.
Oh,
for
bless
us.
you. Thank you, hopefully. But this is sort of my favourites, especially, and most of it's come out this year, so they're more recent releases. But hopefully you're going to fall in love with these as much as I have. They're things like these stamps I go back to time and times again. The tags are things you're always going to need.
Oh, yeah.
There's a little bit of essential mixed in there with a little bit of luxury too.
Now, you mentioned about the designers that Creative Expressions have. Sam Poole is one of them. Sue Wilson is another. We'll come to Sue's a bit later on. This first collection we've got for you, though, is a mixture of stamps and dies. Now, the dies at the top are the most beautiful background dies. Now, if I just show you both of them, I mean, these are going to be so handy and so useful, aren't they? They really are. Look at these. And Jamie always brings us boards as well to show us what the potential of these dies literally is. As backgrounds, whether you're talking about bumblebees or whatever, you can make it look industrial if you wanted to.
Absolutely. So Sam Poole is one of our incredible designers. Her theme is very shabby chic. Her style is very shabby chic. I've got lots of lovely cards today that hopefully will get shared, designed by Sam as well, or created by Sam. And you're going to see that come through. But that doesn't limit these products to shabby chic at all, really.
I mean, how
these can
useful
go
are
into
these?
any sort of style. These, I don't know how well you're going to see it on camera, but these tags have got the most gorgeous decal edge to them. So straight away they're looking vintage, straight away they're looking distressed. But depending on the colours and the treatments you do to them, you know, they're going to really mix in nicely with the designer boutique stamps we've got on today's shows, as well as Jane Gill's lovely bubble stamps. So it all goes together. Hopefully, although they're from separate designers, I've bought you collections that are really going to work together.
Now, you've got a combination, as well as those dies, of also rubber stamps as well. I love the script background. That's one of my
This is Sam's French script background. Now, if you watch many of my shows, you are going to know quite often I break the rules and I sneak this one in and I will use this in quite a lot of demos. And it's not very often we actually get to bring it to air. So actually to be able to bring it to you today, hopefully by now you know this is one of my true favourites. It's your opportunity to get your hands on it.
Absolutely. So you get the script and you also get this rubber stamp as well, which is a beautiful kind of floral, like a distressed floral background.
It is, yeah. It's the most beautiful floral. It looks a little bit like net, and it's just so pretty. Used in different colours can create such different effects. Sam's got a lovely sample in black and white. Here's that sample Dave's showing you now. Isn't this gorgeous? Just straight away in monochrome. You don't need to do anything more to that. You've got a stunning card. And thank you to Sam for all the amazing samples as well. I'm going to be honest, I've been spoilt today. I've got incredible samples from our design team, from Sam Poole, Sue Wilson, and of course our lovely Jane Gill as well. So lots and lots of samples to share with you.
And you get these in polymer stamps as well. So you've got the bee and the beehive, the happy, and you've also got the window box there as well. So a lovely selection. And just showing you a couple of finished cards with these as well.
How cute is that one?
Really lovely. Beautiful, isn't it? And there's the bee one. And yeah, the whole lot, £76.48 for the tags, the beautiful background dies with the honeycomb and the leaves, and all of those stamps, £76.48 for the whole collection. QW2840 is the item number. Now, everything that's in the show has been put on the website. So if you go and have a little look at hobbymaker.co.uk, you're going to see Jane Gill's woodware stamps. You're going to see the designer boutique stamps we've got. You can see the Cosmic Shimmer products and also the Sue Wilson die sets if you have a little look. And although the big bundles always represent the best value for money, you can buy individuals. We've got some paper pads in the show as well with Tranquil Gardens, Dots and Stripes as well. We've got that coming up later on. So it's all there. If you have a little look at hobbymaker.co.uk, you can select what you want before maybe you've got to go out or go to work or whatever you're doing today. QW2840 is the product number, but that price is going to drop, isn't it? It is going to drop. Okay. Are we ready for where this is going to go? It's a Hobby Maker Highlight show. The whole show, a Hobby Maker Highlight selected by Jamie today. And if you love Jamie's demonstrations, which I do, and I know most of you watching, all of you watching do, look at this. $59.99. Brand new today to us from Creative Expressions. You get everything you can see there in that fantastic display from Sue for that price of £59.99. Okay, Jamie, should we do a bit of a demo? Is that
Yeah, let's. So we're actually going to start off playing with some different products. We're going to start with our lovely mica powders. Now we have 3 different sets of colourways that we're bringing you today from Cosmic Shimmer. I'm sure Dave will run through them shortly, but to be honest, Gwen does this all the time and I'm a little bit jealous. She brings together these incredible trios, or all in one shade. And when I was picking this shade, I thought, well, this is going to work really nicely, especially when we look at the bubble blooms, because it's going to give you the opportunity to add colour and glitter and 3D accents all in one shade onto your stamps. So I thought this would be quite nice. But we're going to start off by using the mica powder element that is actually in them different colours. So to give you a hint, you've got a teal bundle, a pink bundle and a lilac bundle all coming your way. Now what we're going to do with these, and there's so much we can do with mica powders, so we're going to do a few different techniques throughout today with them. There is so much we can do. I'm just going to mix some water into a palette, and then I'm going to start going into my colours. So we're just going to start off, let's tell you the colour names. This one's Graceful Lilac. So we're going to go into our powder. We're just going to use a small amount of it, and we're going to bring it out and put it down into the water, just so we can mix that. Now you can use these. I've made, if I try and show you with this tub, I've made quite a lot of cards for today's show. I've done all of my demo packs, and it hardly looks like I've been in here.
Right.
These are going to last you for such a long time, and there are so many things we can do. We can turn them into paints, we can dust them over stamps, we can mix them to create our own embossing powders, you can put them into mister bottles to make your own misters. There are so many options with these. They're just endless.
Really versatile.
So we're just going to mix in our third one here. So that was our lovely teal. Now let's go on to our purple as well. We've done our purple, haven't we? This is what happens when I try and talk on work, Dave. It all goes terribly wrong. Let's go for the pink, shall we? So we'll throw a bit of pink into this little tray here. Now, one of the nice bits of this is if I mix too much, which is always highly likely, I might get a bit too carried away and make a bit too much of it. Even if you leave it to dry in your tray and you come back to this next week, next month, next year, if you add a bit more water to it, it will come back to life. So
Right.
it will just come back. And all I'm going to do is take a piece of our coconut white card, just our plain foundations cardstock, and I'm just streaking down the colours here, ever so simply, just to make it
Look at
background.
how intense the colour is. The pigment's incredible, isn't it?
I'm not even going to clean my brush between the shades because we're going to mix them. So we're going to go on to the lilac-y purples. I'm going to start mixing that together. We're then going to go into our lovely blossom pink. I'm going to pick that up. And we're going to go across that as well, just to fill in and colour all of our background. And we're heading for quite a distressed look. So we're going to carry on until we've colour all over the areas.
Now, by the way, if you do like the look of this collection from Sam, it will be on split pay. Easy for me to say. Split pay will be on this, so it will literally be one payment today and then one payment in 4 weeks' time, so you can spread the cost if you want to.
So we'll take our tray just out of the way. Now look at this. How gorgeous is that?
Wow.
That shimmer is coming from the mica. And we can leave that just as you see it.
And that's not pearlescent card. It's
No,
basically
just
the mica
coconut white cards, our plain card stock, gone straight from that onto this high stripe. Now, because these are chock full of mica, had we put this onto dark card, we would have had other colours come through.
Right.
So it's going to react to the shades that are underneath it.
Okay.
We could also apply these with a smoothie. We'll do that throughout today as well, so we can blend with them too. But what we want to do with this one is mist it with some water, because it's already still wet, but I want to reactivate that. And I want it to look a bit more sort of distressed. So I'm going to bring in a piece of paper, and we're going to lay this down, and we're going to start taking some of that colour off of the
Just
top.
ordinary copy of paper.
Just ordinary copy of paper. We just don't want it to be too perfect. So we're just going to blot that away a little bit. It's a nice way to let it blend by going back and picking it up. Hopefully you can see here. And like here, I've used this copy of paper. Could have been a piece of card. We could use that as another background.
Yeah, absolutely.
So nothing is wasted. But all you can see is, you might be able to see it, I've created like a vein in the mica going through as well. So there's much more than just one pattern. So I would leave that and let that dry. We'll place that off to one side and we'll go on to our next one. So here's one I've already done that's now dry. A little bit more distressed, this one. I got to it a little bit quicker to do my blotting with it, which is handy. And this time what we're going to do is we're going to stamp over the top of it. So we're going to bring in one of Sam Paul's stamps and we're going to go for this script stamp. Now when we looked at these, we pointed out that these are rubber.
Yep.
By that, what we mean is they're a rubber stamp. They're actually made here in the UK. We make them at our head office. It's an incredible way in which they make them. I had a little tour and everything. It's great to find out how it's done.
Super.
Love anything like that.
Oh, yeah, me
But all made in-house. They're cut out. They're already layered onto foam, ready to work with. So the minute you get them, you just peel off the back of them. They just have like a film on them. You take that off. and then they will adhere onto your blocks.
Okay. And also because they're rubber, you can use them in mixed media as well with hot products like UT and stuff like that.
Exactly. They're also a little bit more resilient to different techniques as well. So if you do wish to do, as you say, UT, things like that, you can do that. We can also be more detailed with them as well because of their rubber. You can tend to get a bit more detail into a rubber stamp than you can with others. So I'm going to take our emboss ink pad. Now this could be a perfect medium, an emboss, a Versamark, any of them styles of inks. We're just going to carry on going over the top of this to load the stamp, and then we're going to go down our actual panel. And what I like about this stamp is I don't have to be perfect.
And don't try and read it because it doesn't make any sense. None of the script
Well, it's
stamps
French
do.
for a start off, and I didn't do French, I did German, but to be honest, it could be in German and I wouldn't know it either. I think I left school and that part of my brain just shut down. I have no knowledge at all.
It's a bit like doctor's writing, you can never read it. So.
Yeah. Even when I went back to Germany on holiday a couple of times, I've had no luck at all in sort of bringing it back and remembering any of the
I
phrases.
was pretty useless with languages, really useless.
I can't do it now, but the longest sort of memory I had was to ask how to take my blazer off.
Oh, really?
Because we had to ask in German class if you wanted to remove your blazer in German, but I can't now for the life of me remember it. But that was the bit that stuck the longest. So I've worked all the way down my panel, creating that stamp background. Let's go for a different piece of paper so we don't contaminate. And then we're going to bring in some clear embossing powder.
Yep.
And we're going to place this going over the top of it.
Clear embossing powder.
Clear embossing powder. I just want that script to look quite glazed.
Okay.
And I want it to protect it from the next layer. Again, we're going quite shabby chicy. So we're going to add on that level. We're then going to bring in our gun and we're going to heat this before we move on to the next bit.
I was expecting you to put like a gold on there or something like that.
We're going to do the gold as the next layer. So we're just building up our sort of textures really. I wanted the stripes to go one way, the words to go the next way, and then to go on with that beautiful bubble bloom stamp from Jane Gill and Woodware to go over the top of that. Now again, I'm not too worried if this is perfect. I just want it to be subtly in the background there. So cook this bit at the end here as well. Just using a Woodware heat gun.
Yep.
I believe you should have these on the website as well. They're a lovely dual speed gun and they fold away nice and neatly.
I do remember that all of our brands that we have here at Hobbymaker have got a brand store on our website. So if you go to hobbymaker.co.uk, you'll see Creative Expressions brand shop. You can click on that, and then everything that's affiliated to Creative Expressions, like Woodware, Designer Boutique, and so on, you'll see it all there. There it is, that's the brand shop. You can see all the guests and demonstrators, distress oxides from Ranger they supply as well. So there's lots and lots of variety. You said 10,000 products?
10,000 products. I believe it's over 10,000.
I don't think we've got all 10,000 on our website, but there's a lot
Give
there.
it time.
Yeah.
We're working on it, I'm sure. So I'm going to bring in one of our lovely bubble stamps by Jane Gill. Now there's a whole collection of them. We've got a lovely bundle for you on today's show. This is the one I'm actually going to use at this stage. This one is Ellie. On the finished card I'll show you I have used Carrie, and we're also going to do a demo with Betty as well. So you're going to notice there's a whole selection of them, and these are just so much fun. Now with these we also have a die that you can use to go on the top of the dots if you would like to, but as I said, on this card we're going to use our Cosmic Shimmer goodies instead.
Okay, well, we will give you a little shopping list of what Jamie's used in the demonstrations after he's finished. So,
a little bit of anti-static to go across that one just to cover any areas, and then we're going to ink this one up. And we're going to go for the emboss powder again, straight over the top. So push that down.
now this stamp that Jane has designed, we'll give you details of that in a second. It's the Woodware stamps. Yep, the bubble stamps, they're coming up next.
And then this time we're going to go on with some gold embossing powder. So straight over the top here. Again, we can tap off our excess exactly the same as before. If some's gone into the background, that's fine. Again, we're going quite shabby chic intentionally. So we'll tap that back into our pot. Now, all I would do at this stage is heat that, but you've just watched me heat one panel, and you don't want to watch me heat loads of endless panels. So I'm going to bring this one in here. Now, as I said, different stamps. So on our original one here was Ellie. On the one we're going to now, we're going to move on to Betty. So I've heated this. I've also taken my ink pad And because I wanted it to be quite distressed, I've just taken the ink, brushed it around the side, and then added the powder on around there as well. So again, just mixing it up slightly to what you might necessarily expect. Now going back to my little tray here of inks, working with the same shades that we used in the background, all we're going to do is bring these in and start colouring in with them. Now, because of our trio actually contains a 3D glue and glitters as well, if we'd prefer, we could have done them all in different things.
Yeah.
Or of course, we've got that die that we have as well in the bundle. So if I'd prefer to have die cut some pieces out, then I could have done that as well.
Okay.
You could even put the 3D glue on and then add the glitters over the top, so you end up with 3D dots.
Okay.
Or if you prefer, you could mix the mica powders over the top of them maybe to create different effects. Or of course, you can mix your mica powders to create other colours as well. So again, lots of options from our trios today.
So the trios we'll have in a second as well as, of course, the stamps from Jane.
So just adding a few dots, you're going to get the idea pretty quickly. Some of them I want to be quite subtle, some of them we can make them slightly bolder. You can play around with your placement. You could add in some gems to these as well. If you've got some self-adhesive gems and bits you want to put in the background, that's going to work nicely for you. But this is what we're aiming for. That's the completed effect from that stamp. So just a little bit more painting. So then on the front of it, going back again to our mica powders, I've got so many things I want to show you with these. I've brought with us today this little tag. Now this again is Sam Paul's small tag. Now where have I put my stamp? Let's have a look and see if I can find, oh here it is. So again, we're going to go in for the little sentiment stamp that comes on with the Betty stamp set. And this one says hugs, kisses and birthday wishes. So what we're going to do with our tag, and I need to do this just before I put that on, is we're going to anti-static over the top of the tag so it's ready for the next stage. And we're going to pop this into our stamp press. Get rid of that bit. Try and be tidy. I always think I'm going to be tidy, and then I get here and I get messier and messier as the day goes on. So I'll try and be tidy.
And you've got two more shows this afternoon with us as well, haven't you?
I have, yeah, I'm back at 3 and 5, as you say, yeah.
Great.
You can't escape me today. So with this stamp, again, I'm going to use another clear ink or the same clear ink, but this could be perfect medium, could be embossed, could be Versamart, whatever you wish to work with. I'm going to bring that in, I'm going to stamp that down on top of our little tag. And then we're going to use our mica powders over the top. So again, using your mica powders over any sort of clear ink, they will then adhere onto that ink in the same way as what your embossing powder would.
Okay.
So let's go for the teal, shall we? This is the decadent teal. And we're going to use a dusting brush.
I don't think a lot of us realise that you could use these powders in this way. If you just thought you can only do that technique with embossing
Honestly, there is so much you can do with mica powders and the things you can mix them into and the combinations you can make and the value for money you get in a little jar. Truly, these are incredible. I absolutely love these. And we can just brush that away, any excess. If you've got a cloth to one hand, I know Julia Watts always recommends a dry wet wipe as the best thing to brush it away.
Okay.
I'll be honest, I forgot to prep a dried wet wipe. I'm on it for the later show.
You should always travel with one of those.
Exactly, why wouldn't you? But I've got a piece of tissue instead. I'm just going to brush that off and we can remove that so we've just got the excess out of the way. Isn't that cool? Here is one I did earlier, and I actually mixed my colours. So I've got some lilac and teal into that one.
Nice.
So again, if you want to play around with your shades, it doesn't just have to be one colour.
That was also one of the tags from Sam Paul's tag collection. Those tags are going to be invaluable for you.
I
They
love
really are.
these. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be many cards down, mate, without some form of a tag on it somewhere.
Yeah.
What's also nice is Sam's included the reinforcers as well. So if you want to add them on, you can do. You'll also find you've got deckled ones and straight ones and different sizes. So again, you can really play around depending on the tags you're working with, which is quite a nice little touch. She's really thought of everything to give you the most versatility that you can have. So we're going to take off the edges of our foam tape. And then we're going to bring our ribbon in across here, hold it roughly level and place on our tag. And
That is gorgeous.
Just trim off any excess so that we don't have too much ribbon in the way. Get rid of them bits. And we can take off the tab in the middle, bring in a card blank. Oh, here we go. And we'll pop that down on there. And if you want to anchor the tag down with a bit of tape or glue or pad, then you absolutely can do. But that completes our little demo for that one.
Beautiful.
Showing you 2 different versions.
Absolutely beautiful. Well, we're using a little bit of everything in the show. So remember, I showed you the Sam Poole collection of dies and stamps a few minutes ago. That's on the website right now. It's on the screen right now for you, $59.99. But if you want to get these products that Jamie was using in the demonstration, the trios as he was calling them, let's show you these first of all, then we'll show you the woodware stamps in a second. Now the teal first of all, that's the brilliant Cosmic Shimmer teal powder that Jamie was using and turned into a paint basically. So you got that, and a little bit of this goes such a long way. You've also got your glitter bits as well. And you're also going to get, of course, your coloured glue as well, your pearl, 3D pearl accents basically is what you've got in there. So if you like the turquoise theme, all 3 of those products together are only £11.73. Wow. Oh, is that not the final price? Okay, we're going to take it to under a tenner for all 3 products. I didn't think that price would go any lower than that, £11.73, but it is. It's going to go down to £9.99 for all 3, so £3.33 each. The pearl accents, it's basically coloured glue, but it's pearl accents. You've got your Cosmic Shimmer powders, your mica powders that give you that wonderful kind of satin finish, as Jamie showed you. And then you're going to get your glitter bits, the chunky glitter down the bottom there as well, in that amazing teal colour. So they're all 3 for £9.99. And remember, the P&P is always only £3.95 for the whole day. Okay, so if you buy this and come back for something else a bit later on this afternoon, you don't pay any more P&P, you've paid it already. And then in the middle, we've got our lilac. So this is the lilac, I think we're calling it lilac. Again, it's lavender, okay. Lavender glitter bits, lilac and lavender. It's basically the same colour, isn't it, lilac and lavender. The Cosmic Shimmer mica powder, and of course the pearl accents as well. We're going to match the price for that particular colour combination. Again, just $9.99 for all 3. XY2843 is the product code if you want that one. And then the pink that we also brought into the demonstration with Jamie earlier on is just down here. We'll do, if you want all 3 of them, that would be $29.97 for all 9 products. How amazing would that be? But that, if you want the pink option, is ZP2815. $9.99 will match the price for those trios that we put together for the show. Now the woodware stamps that Jamie was using by the lovely Jane Gill. Lovely, lovely lady, Jane, very talented lady as well. Now, these are all about the bubble stamps, okay? Now, you are going to get the die. Now, the die, it's going to cut out 3 sizes of bubbles that will be exactly the right sizes for the circles on the stamps. So they're very different. I love them because they're different. And it's so nice to see refreshingly unusual things. So this one is your birthday wishes. So that's the first one. Next one, we've got the thank you. And again, all those dies, remember, will cut out the circles at exactly the right size, but you can paint them, you can colour them with whatever you choose. It's entirely up to you. Put your gems inside the circles. It's your call. Next one as well, that beautiful tree. That's really lovely. I'll show you some finished cards in a second with these. They are lovely. Then you've got, that's the one you used, wasn't it?
Yes,
yeah.
this one, if I remember right, is Betty.
Okay.
I'm trying my best to remember the names, but I really struggle with things like this.
Bubble Balloon Betty. I can see the names on the back, actually. Yeah. The last one was Bubble Balloon Carrie. This is Bubble Balloon Betty. Then the last one is your bubble texture blots. Okay, so great for your background. So all of that, plus the die to cut out the little bubbles, all of that for £36.74. But we're going to take the price down on this as well. So you've got you've got 5 stamp sets and the die to cut out the bubbles to do your decoration. And we're going to take it to 20-something, $29.99, WT2849. They are very different. I love them.
I'd love that as a Christmas present.
Yeah.
And that's something I really wanted to think about when I was putting this show together for you. We've still got time for Christmas, haven't we? Wouldn't
Absolutely.
that be a lovely one to open on Christmas
And to give you
Day?
some inspiration, if you're thinking, oh, I like them, but what would I do with them?
Again, huge thank you to Jane Gill for sending me so many lovely samples. And I believe I've got a few from the design team as well here. But like this one, this is lovely. This is quilling that Jane has added in here. So again, it doesn't just have to be using the dyes or your glitters or your gems. So many things you can do with these.
And also your glossy highlights or your glossy accents can be used to make them look like they've been varnished. Really, really lovely. Again, a bit more quilling coming in on this. I know my very good friend Carla Bagshaw is a big quiller. It'd be right up her street to do something like that with this.
I love the way Jane showed how you can use these in so many styles. If you want to be vintage, you can be vintage. If you want to be crisp, if you want to be modern, if you want to dress them for Christmas, you can do all of them styles because these give you the base to work with.
Yep.
And it's down to the additions you add.
Absolutely love them. If you're looking for something a bit out of the ordinary, something a little bit new and refreshing from Jane, these really are fun. But again, you say it gives you the foundation, it gives you the scaffolding to do all sorts of other techniques.
Scaffolding's a lovely one. I like that. Yeah, scaffolding's
You can have
perfect.
that.
I like
I'll
that.
give you that
I'm
one.
going to use that. I like
Give you
that
that
one. But it's true, it is. It's that body to build from.
$29.99 gets you all the stamps and the little die as well. So if you're not really into your colouring, but you just want to have a die that's the right shape and size to fill in the circles, you've got that there included. WT2849, £29.99. Now we've also got paper pads in the show as well. Let me just show you a few of these. We've got from Creative Expressions, the Shabby Blooms as well, the paper pad. Now, lots of you coming in for Jane's bubble stamps. This is the Shabby Blooms paper pad. I just want to quickly show you this.
So this one's designed by Sam Paul.
Okay.
So again, it complements perfectly with a lot of Sam's styles, them shabby chic ways. There's the lovely scripts in here, newsprints, bits like that, a lot of ledgers. So lots of texture coming through with these. This one's also perfect to do your die cutting from for your bubbles to put over the top of your stamps. So again, if you'd like to take the stamps off in a more shabby way,
This sort of
it's all
thing
going to work.
intrigues me. It really
It's
does. I always want
gorgeous,
to try and decipher what it says. And you've got newsprint, like you said, as well, which is
I
really
know that
interesting.
Sam is a great one for collecting old documentation and
Yeah.
actually using that within her work. So you'll probably find these are true traditional pieces that have actually been sort of scanned in and turned into artwork for us to use.
Love
which
it.
is a really lovely touch to know you're working with a bit of history.
Well, this is going to be very popular. Whenever we bring you anything with script on it, musical notes on it, old newsprint, that sort of thing, always popular. If you fancy this today, it's called Shabby Blooms. You've actually got, how many sheets? 24. 24 single-sided sheets. You get 12 designs, 2 of each of them in there. LI2837. What can we do this pad for? What price can we get this price for? I think you're going to like this. £10.99 for 24 sheets. And they are lovely. They really are. It's going to give your project such character, such kind of a bygone age feel to it, like shabby chic,
I love these.
vintage.
I can see a lot of these being framed and used for home decor.
Yeah.
They're that style, aren't they? They're going to fit in with your decor nicely.
Only £10.99, LI2837. That will be in your basket. And check out, remember, you only pay 1p&p a day of £3.95. Even if you bought like 25 things, it's 1p&p of £3.95. Now, what are we using in the next demo, Jamie?
We're going to be going to the Sue Wilson collection of dies next, actually. So yeah, there's a whole little set of those, and that's where we'll be featured next.
Okay, well, before we start the demo on it, then let me just show you what Jamie's going to be using and what's actually in here. Can you talk us through it, Jamie? Because these are really quite unusual.
Absolutely. So these are incredible. I love these. These are our squared collection of dies. So with this one that Dave's holding up at the moment with our square version, we actually have dies here that will stay in your cardstock. So Dave just held up a blank card, and that's to show you how you can actually cut the windows into your card if you'd like to, and it will create your apertures. We also have in this set 4 intricate dies that go in the middles of them. So if you'd like to cut lacy panels to go under them so you can step down in your designs, you can do that as well. These don't have an outside blade attached to them or not edge die to them. So it's down to you to cut them out with a trimmer, or you can use one of your square dies that you may already have, one of your nesting dies, to actually trim them out. So again, it gives you more freedom to create with them.
And then you've got the kind of, it looks like it's a bit like a blockbuster board, isn't it? Or,
It is, yes. Yes, it is very much so, actually, yes. I'm going to show you a bit of a party trick with this one in a moment. I love this die. Again, this is a background die. It will stay in your cardstock. So if you want to match it up and move it along to cut larger panels, you can absolutely do that with that.
So you've got that honeycomb, and you've also got, we've done the squares, but you've also got the circles as well. And talk about versatility here, the circle aperture die set. There
When
we are,
you talk
all of
about
those.
your scaffolding, I'm already going to borrow it, Dave. To me, this is one of them things, excuse me, that you're going to go to time and time again, especially if you've got small character stamps or dies and you want somewhere to put them. You don't want to build massive scenes, but you want to land them into little sections. Or you want to make quick Christmas cards and you just want to put a bit of holly in one and a bell in the other. So on and so forth, you can really make them very quickly.
I mean, they could be like portholes, couldn't they, if you wanted them to be?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
I mean, look at these, totally different, but so much versatility is another one, again, with these little characters in them. And you have actually got the character dies in the set as well, so you can put those in the centre of the circles or the squares if you wish to as well. And down the bottom, that's where you've got the character dies and also the little verses too.
So yeah, your character dies for this set that we've given you is all about birthdays. So you've got little birthday cakes, balloons, a slice of cake, bits like that in this set. So it's obviously trying to help you to make really quick and simple birthday cards. And then we have 3 different sentiments again that lend themselves to birthday cards as well. So yeah, I'm trying to remember them. Happy wishes, make a wish, and a gift for you as 2 separate, so you can put them in 2 different places if you'd like to.
And of course, everything to do with celebration in that die set down there as well. All designed by the lovely Sue Wilson, 66.93. Think of those squares and those circles as basically the frames, the picture frames to put in the images that you wish. You could put your own pictures in there, of course, if you wanted to as well. But that price is pretty good, 66.93, but we're going to lower it for you. We're going to take it to not below 60, but actually below 50.
Wow.
For the lot.
Wow, wow.
$49.99 for everything you can see there. And remember, these are Jamie's favourites. He's hand-selected for this show. So the whole show basically is a Hobby Maker highlight. So if you fancy going for all of those, they're there for you. MC2807.
Now that's a good bundle, isn't it?
It's a good bundle, very good bundle.
That's
Yeah.
incredible.
It's amazing.
Yeah. So, okay, so we're going to start off, we're going to do this card as our first one from that collection. And we're going to work with the background die from in there first of all. Now, this has got a party trick. Now, you might have already guessed it by me showing you this here. But I've bought one of the dies out and I've cut it out and I've laid it down here on my little board to show you. Now, very simply with this, depending on the way we layer them, depends on the backgrounds we can create. So I've actually cut 2 and I've layered them already. Now, as you start to twist these and overlay them,
wow.
you can create different pictures. So straight away, just one twist, going back to where we were. I know, it's amazing, isn't it?
Where did that
There's
come from?
one twist and you have created flowers.
Did you find that by mistake?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
At least you're honest.
The launch show that we did with these, I was pre-die cutting them ready to do my kits the next day, and mistakenly I'd overlaid them, and I was like, wow.
Who'd have thought?
This reminds me of like patio furniture.
Yeah.
Like, is it rattan?
Rattan
I might
furniture,
be in
yeah.
the wrong world here, but that style of effect, or maybe crocheted backgrounds to make flowers.
What a
Just
happy
straight
accident
away.
that was.
Yeah. And then it gets better. It's not only one party trick, Dave. It keeps getting better.
Okay.
If we twist it again, you can create your very own like wired background.
It's like cubes.
So I'm going to keep twisting
Like
it.
3D
I'll wait
cubes.
there. So if you just keep going round, you can match it, you can make your flowers with it, or you can twist it and
That's
you can
amazing.
make like an iron gate background.
3 different looks out of one
Yeah.
die.
And then it's not even ends there, because you could offset it. So you could bring it in like so, and then you've got cubes.
It's like a 3D cube now,
I love
isn't it?
this die.
I love it.
This is incredible.
I wonder if Sue Wilson realised she could do that.
I have never asked her actually. I haven't asked her that question. I'll have to, whether it was done intentionally like that or if it was a happy mistake. But I love it. The actual die itself, as I mentioned, doesn't have an outside blade around it. So I've bought in a separate edge die, just one of our nesting dies to go around it.
Actually, I'm
cut
just
it out.
wondering,
So again,
Jamie.
up to you, how wide you'd like it to be.
Alex, have we got that die on its own available? We have. The background hexagon. So if just showing you what Jamie's done with that has made you go, oh, I can't really run for the whole collection, but I'd love to get that die because it's got
You
so many
need
things
this,
going
don't
for it.
you?
Here it is, on its own. $14.99. Do we have many? SG2821. SG2821. Okay, we've got quite a bit. Okay, we've got quite a bit of stock, double figures at least. So there we go, look. So if you fancy getting that today, because you love what you can do with it, and also, of course, you can make what the waste comes out of here into your shaker
Oh,
card.
absolutely. Yes, yeah, you're going to get the perfect shapes cut out. So whether you wish to use them instead of gems or pearls or decorations, or like you say, if you want to put them into a shaker card, it's all win.
Now, Leslie's already in. Karen in Northamptonshire's already in. Can you show us that trick again?
I'm going to be doing this all day, aren't I?
I'm like a kid
3
with-
hours of me twisting this.
I'm like a
It's
kid
fine,
with a
it's not
new
problem.
toy.
It's not a problem. It is like magic. It's
Cut
as
it
close as I
twice.
can get to magic. So let's see. That's where we start off. So that's 2 levels.
Yeah.
If we then twist it just once, you're going to end up with your flowers.
And
I
again,
love that. And then if we twist this, again, you will end up with sort of a
That is so
different
cool.
version. Offset to create your cubes if you'd like to. And another
Now-
trick, where have I put that?
get in early on that one, because when we get to the shows later on in the afternoon, when obviously an awful lot of regulars are tuning in, that is going to fly. We've got 80 of them available individually, but they are included in the big Sue Wilson bundle as well. So if you do want to go for it, SG2821, that's for individually, and you can create tricks like that.
Now, another thing I love with this die, and this isn't just for this die, this is for any dies, but I'm going to show you this because this is when I've sort of did it the first time, if you like. I'm not going to say I discovered it, because I'm sure somebody else has done it way before I did. But I can be a bit slow to the party sometimes. So what I did was I took this panel and I cut it 3 times and I glued them together exactly as they should be. So just, I can't even get it right now, but just layering them up so that it's the same design but 3 times as thick.
Okay.
So that we've got quite a panel and a bit of a weight going on depending on the cardstock you're cutting them out of. Put this through your Gemporia machine with your rubber mat over the top of it, with some Murray card, and you have created yourself an embossing folder as well.
Oh, fantastic.
And you can do that with any die, but it works really well with this die, and you will see that you've got a really nice embossing folder from it too.
I mean, honestly, that's got to be one of the most versatile dies I've seen in a long, long time.
And then again, when you've got this, whether you want to cut it, and then, you know, you could do it with either one of them, but you can then start layering that over the top with your different patterns. So you've got embossed sort of gradient in the background and then a different pattern over the top.
I can see why that's one of your favourites.
Yeah, when we say we've put together my favourites for today's show, it's not a lie. These genuinely are bits I love and feel that you really need in your stash or going to enjoy having. So yeah, play with these and you'll have a lot of fun. So onto our card then. We're going to start off with our card blank. We're going to bring in one of our pieces of paper. Now this is from our Sue Wilson paper pad. We haven't discussed this yet, but this is on today's show as well. This is one I go back to time and time again. It's a pastel paper pad. We have dots and stripes running through all of the different papers, but it's also double-sided. So maybe you don't want to use the dots and the stripes, you just want to go for the solid shade and you want everything to coordinate, you can absolutely do that. Because it's double-sided, if you wish to use it with any of your folding techniques, you're not going to see any of the white on the reverse. It's also really good at mentioning folding techniques to do with lasso, because the colour you fold back will match in with your pattern. So that's a really nice tone-on-tone effect that Sue's given us with that one. I've jumped ahead here and I've already added my pearls on, and we're going to actually, we'll add on our panel first of all. So I've glued this one together from our twisty panels. I'm going to rename them now, twisty panels, sorry about that, but our lovely background. And I've glued these together. I'm just going to take off my foam pad lids so that we can adhere this down onto our project. And we're going to bring this in. I'm going to try and match them up. Let's see if we can do this somewhere near right.
That die's blown me away, I must
Too
admit.
much. Let's see if we can get them in there. Oh, here we go. That'll do. We'll place them down. But the idea was to have all of the gems in the middles of the flowers, but neither there. It's not a problem. It's just to look pretty. We're then going to bring in some ribbon. I've got a bit of ribbon carried away this time, actually. So we're going to add on a piece of ribbon just around this side. And we're going to go just across the other side as well. I've already marked this out, because hopefully somewhere it's near level. Oh, that weren't too bad. We'll go with that one. We've then gone for another one of Sam's tags. So again, this is what I mean about all of the collections going together.
Yes.
Sam's tag, Make-A-Wish sentiment put on it, again from Sue's collection that we bought for you today. Remove these back parts and we can then put that down onto our card. Let's go for a easel style this time instead of a landscape.
Now remember, the collections always represent the best value for money, but any individual dies or stamps that you want, have a little look on our website. They're all itemised for you on the website, all really good prices, but the best value is always the bundle, but it's up to you.
Now again, we go back to using everything in conjunction, and this is something I really want to stress with this bundles we bought you today. These are the middles or the circles that the die from Jane cuts out, the one that Jane's designed. There's actually a third size as well. If you bring these in, put a little foam pad between them, they make the cutest middles for your flowers.
Oh, perfect.
So again, it doesn't just have to be the bubble bloom stamps. The flower, I haven't bought you a flower today, which is probably going to surprise a lot of people who watch me because they know I love my flowers on everything. But I've bought back instead the flower that I used last week. So this is our pierced flower by Sue Wilson. And I'm just going to sneak a couple of them in on the edge. I've also bought in a selection of foliage that again is from that set. But to save you watching me post all them in place, we'll stand this one up and I will show you the one that I've already completed so you can see how that will look with the additions of the foliage. And I'm sure you'll have that on your website left over from last week's show.
Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. So the whole collection is on the screen at the moment from the lovely Sue Wilson. Remember, you're going to get the circular and the square frames, apertures, but you're also going to get that incredible hexagon die as well, which if you just cut it twice and quarter turn it, it takes on totally different patterns. That blew me away. It's still, I can't quite believe it. And then down the bottom there, you've got all your embellishment dies and of course your sentiments, which will fit in the openings, the little windows, the circular ones and the square ones. And all of that is $49.99. But if you just want that die on its own, the hexagon die, when you look at that, do you see blockbusters? Do you see bees? What do you see? Well, actually, now I'm seeing flowers and I'm seeing trellis, I'm seeing rattan, I'm seeing all sorts.
See, that's good.
Yeah.
New world. Open the door to a new idea.
Absolutely. All from that one die, which is amazing. Now, if you want it on its own, loads of you have come in for it on its own. Remember, the collection is available at just under 50, but if you just want that die on its own, $14.99, and that's the one that Jamie showed you, has got so much more potential than you first realised. Just turn it round, cut a couple, turn it round once, turn it round twice, take on totally different designs. Now, the pads that Jamie was using, the Dots and Stripes by Sue Wilson. Now, this is always a firm favourite. You've got 16 designs, 2 of each. There's 32 sheets in this pad, and you've got the pastel colours in here as well. So if I just flick through, they're double-sided, plain on one side, and patterned on the other. Just $12.99, and this is a lovely weight of card, actually. This is, what's the GSM on this? 210 GSM. So a lot thicker than normal standard papers. Beautiful. And dots and stripes you can never have enough of. Beautiful colourways there as well. So that's what Jamie used in the demonstration. That's PA2839. And also Jamie's got one of his own pads in the show as well, which we haven't touched on yet. So I just want to show you this one quickly. Jamie's Tranquil Garden. And you've got 2 sheets of each, and there are 16 designs. There's 32 sheets in here as well. This time it's a loose leaf pad rather than a bound pad. And these are lovely, aren't they, Jamie? These gorgeous.
Thank you. Yeah, I tried not to sneak in too many of the bits I've done, because that would be a bit biased, wouldn't it? So it's more about everybody else's collections and my favourite picks. But this paper pad, I hope you enjoy this one too. It's all about the tones with this, giving you the options to layer them together, having that selection of designs running through multiple colours. And again, it's a nice weight for when you want to do your folding, bits like that as well.
Now, you've done a really good price on this one for us. Remember, you've got 32 sheets. Now, it's $9.99, under a tenner for this.
Very good.
Yeah, all loose leaf, 32 sheets. If you love your florals, then that's absolutely a must to pop in your basket right now. $9.99, SL2881 is the product code, SL2881. Where's this morning gone? We've only got about 10 minutes left on the hour. All of the items, remember, that are in bundles, you're absolutely loving. Another thing we've not shown you yet is the designer boutique stamp sets as well. And we've got these in the show.
Cute.
Really cute.
These are very cute. I love this set. So Designer Boutique, this is one of our releases we do every month at Creative Expressions pretty much. We open the door and let a new designer come in and do a release for us so we can test the water and see how they do, and then maybe we'll bring them on board. This is one of our designers who's done a few of our Designer Boutique collections, I believe. They've proved incredibly popular, and you can see why. The artistry that's gone into these and the detail that they've managed to capture in a clear stamp is pretty incredible. And when you look to the samples, wow, have we got some incredible ones done by a lovely design team at Creative Expressions.
Gorgeous are these. They really, really are. So $39.95 is the start price, but I think we're going to take it lower. XW2847. And what's the designer's name on this one?
We don't actually release that.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a bit of a secret. It's a bit Banksy-esque, isn't it?
Okay.
So each, as I say, each one, it's sort of like a secret showcase in a kind of way,
But
which
it
is
makes
quite
it, I suppose,
lovely.
a bit more special.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Air of
yeah.
mystery about it.
Exactly.
Love it though, absolutely do love it to bits. So again, some great finished samples here. If you want these stamps, are they all one stamp or are they?
Yeah, each one is
Each one's one,
stamp.
okay.
Oh, actually, I'm lying to you. The hedgehog is 2.
Okay.
The hedgehog, you've got this lovely, cool floral topper part, and then the hedgehog sits in the D cup as a separate item, which is quite nice because that top part you can use for lots of different things on its own.
They're sweet. They're very different as well. And size-wise, you're looking at
4x6.
are they?
That A6.
A6 in size. There you go. So you get all 5 of those, for $39.95. Not today though. Let's bring them down. Let's get that price down for you. We're going to go down to, I think, below 30. XW2847, and there they are. Look, all 5 for $29.99. So basically £6 a stamp.
It's incredible.
Which is incredible, and the detail's amazing in them. It really is.
Again, I wanted things that were going to take you through the new year as well, and I felt these would lend themselves to a lot of seasons through next year. I think when we start a new year, it's time to get new stash and to start thinking about building up and making new things.
Have we got enough time to do one more quick demo?
Let's give it a go, shall
let's
we?
do it,
See how
yeah.
far we get. So this is the one that we're going to do next. We're going back to our lovely Bubble Bloom stamps from Jane Gill. This one is the Carry stamp this time. And as you can see, we're going to go full on sparkle. So what I've done already is I've got my stamp ready in my stamp press. We're going to use a Versa Fine Clair ink that I know you have on your website. So we're going to go across this in the lovely black. And we're going to stamp this one down. Now this is a lovely waterproof ink, and I'm going to give you a bit of a hint actually here, or a bit of a tip that I didn't think of till it was too late after I'd done mine, which is so often the case. We're going to go back to our little paint palette. We're going to pick up our mica powders once again that we made these paints with. They're still activated so we can use them. And we're going to go in and we're going to paint a base layer into each one of our sort of bubbles ready. Now we're not actually going to end. I told you we're going to go full on glitz with this. But it's quite nice if you've got the right shade underneath your bubble already before you come in with your glitter, because if you miss any bits, which you might do, the colour's already there.
Yeah.
So a bit of a hint for you, or a bit of a tip, do your colouring, have that base layer in place, then we can bring in our glue. So let's see where I've hid my glue now. We can go for our ultra fine glue and we can fill in our bubbles.
Could you have used the 3D pearl accents in the
You could, yeah, if you'd prefer just a pearl finish. So they're a pearl glue instead. So if you'd prefer a pearl finish instead of a glitzy colour, you can absolutely do that. But I'm just going to use our Cosmic Shimmer Dries Clear Glue. I'm going to go over just a few of these tealy bits that I've already done. Doesn't matter what size bubble we're doing. And then I'm going to bring in our glitter bits. So we've bought you 3 colours again for our trios of our incredible glitter bits. It's this one we're going to use, which is the Ocean Spray.
And these are so chunky.
Now, well, actually, with our glitter bits, what we're receiving here is 3 different sized particles of glitter, which is why they sparkle so intensely, because instead of the light just hitting one size particle, you've got them 3 different pieces or 3 different sizes, and that's why they give you a really cool disco ball effect.
Lovely.
So we're just going to bring this on, sprinkle it over the top, and wherever we've put our Dries Clear Glue, that's going to adhere. And as I mentioned, if we've got that base coat from our painted mica, even if we don't go quite to the edge, or if we've missed a little bit, it's not the end of the world. It will save that harsh white showing through. So just a little tip. You can, of course, if you would prefer, if you do miss a bit, go back, add on a bit more glue, and add on some more glitter. So there's nothing lost. It's just a bit of a top tip for you, if that will help you.
So all of Jane's stamps are, I believe, available individually as well. And they've just been put onto the website now for you. So there's 5 in the set. Is it 5 or 6? 1, 2, 3, yeah, 5. 5 in the set, plus you get the die as well that will cut out your discs in exactly the right sizes for all the bubbles that are on the stamps there. So these are so different and really refreshing and cheerful. Yeah, on their own you can buy them individually, but the bundle is the best value for money. And whether you're putting little gemstones, whether you're using glue, whether you're using the 3D pearl drops, or indeed the die cut circles, it's up to you. But they're really different. I like them a lot. And then you've got those lovely background stamps there as well. So yeah, all of them individually on the website, but the best value is to go for the set of 5 with the bonus die as well. And of course, Jane is a regular guest here as well, so we'll see her in the future.
Yes, yeah, Jane makes the most incredible designs. And I believe she comes to us about every 6 weeks, roughly, I believe. It sort of alternates between her and our lovely Francois, our other woodwear designer. So what I'm doing in the background at the moment is I've taken a piece of black card. I'm using the lovely French script stamp from Saint Paul. Yep. I'm going over it with a perfect medium this time, just to show you can use different inks. It doesn't have to be emboss or Versamark or perfect medium. It's up to you. And we're just going to carry on going across this.
You could waste a complete afternoon trying to read what that stamp says.
We need to track down somebody who can talk French.
Yes.
That would help. So I'm not going to do all of this because I know we're running out of time. So I'll just do the sort of top 3/4 as such. So that's nice and covered. And then what I wanted to share with you is how we can use different colours in one go. So again, back in with my dusting brush, we're going to go in here for our lovely one from our teal. We're just going to put down a few pieces. And this can be really nice because if I'm going to be a bit OTT with my colours at this stage for speed. But if you're like me and you get a bit carried away and you use too much, you can always then make your own mixes. Again, it doesn't have to be just one shade or the shades you start off with them as. And you do get so much in here that if we do get a bit...
It's surprising how much you do get.
Yeah.
I mean, the pot doesn't look massive, but it's loaded, fully loaded with product inside it, and it goes such a long way.
Just value for money. So then we're just going to use our blending brush again, or our dusting brush. I'm just going to dust this over the top, picking up that beautiful script in the background so we can hopefully see our shades coming through.
Oh, wow, look at this.
Doesn't that look expensive?
It does,
That looks like we've bought a designer paper that's had a lot of work done to it, and all we've done is just stamped down and added on our little mixture.
If you've made your own colour, just put that into a spare pot.
Absolutely. That to be honest, I look at these as ingredients. They're true ingredients for you to make your own products.
Yeah.
Tap them into a clear texture paste, or maybe like a glittery texture paste that's one of our frosty ones. Make up your own colours. It can be incredibly good value for money instead of going out and buying multiple colours of everything.
Look at
to
that.
have something like that and actually work with it.
And look at it in the light. Oh, that's amazing.
How gorgeous is that?
Oh, treat yourself to some of those mica powders that we've got on the show today. Remember, you're going to get the glitter bits, you're going to get the powder, the cosmic shimmer powder, and you're also going to get the 3D pearl accents as well in any of the 3 colours. Some of you I know have chosen all 3, but you can actually kind of whittle it down to turquoise. We've got lilac or lavender, it's called both actually on our description, and the pink, and they're only $9.99 each, which is pretty amazing when you consider you get all 3 products. And of course, we've got the big bundles from Sue Wilson and also Sam Poole. These are perfect choices from Jamie. Jamie's own hand-selected highlights from some of the designers that we bring you here from Creative Expressions. Jill Gale as well, her fantastic stamps as well with that die to cut out the circles and the spheres to put into the bubbles. They're there as well. And we've also got Creative Expressions with the beautiful designer boutique stamps as well, brand new today. You get 5 of those in there as well. We've got 2 more shows together, Jamie and myself, this afternoon at 3 o'clock and at 5 o'clock. So if you want to see more demos and more inspiration, that's what Jamie does, and he does it brilliantly. So if you want to join us for those shows, please do. Have we got the same products later this afternoon?
We have, yeah, but lots
demos.
more ideas from all of them. So hopefully we'll give you a bit more inspiration on why you need all this, because you're going to love it.
Absolutely. We've just had a message from Catherine, the competition winner. Catherine says, oh wow, can't believe I've just won. I never win anything. Thank you so much. I look forward to spending my credit. Absolutely, Catherine. You got the anagram correct, as did many of you, but you're the winner and you'll have a £25 credit on your account, if not today, tomorrow. Okay, so enjoy and congratulations. More anagrams to come when you wake up with Hobby Maker in the morning on Friday, I think will be the next one. Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Okay, see you a bit later.
Yep, look forward to it.
Enjoy the rest of the morning. I'll see you after Sewing Street and Jewellery Maker back here at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Stay tuned.